Filipinos aren't abandoning traditional motherhood. They are just being forced to navigate a modern financial reality. On March 6, 2026, social weather stations released a national survey that caught many by surprise. The data revealed that the vast majority of Filipinos still view motherhood and taking care of the home as a woman's primary role in life. At first glance, it sounds like a complete contradiction because the Philippine Statistics Authority recently confirmed that our total fertility rate has dropped at an all-time low of 1.7 children per woman. Media headlines quickly frame this as a collapse of traditional values, traditional family values. So, which is it? Are Filipinos really moving away from family life, or is traditional motherhood still deeply valued? If you've ever felt torn between family life aspirations and the harsh financial realities of today, you know how frustrating it is for critics to reduce your life choices to simple stereotypes. In this video, we will analyze the hard numbers from the Q4 2025 SWS survey that was released last March, look at the counter perspectives from advocacy groups, and discuss why honoring a woman's personal choice, whether in the office or at home, is the ultimate form of empowerment. Let's start with the facts established by social weather stations. The data presents an unmistakable picture. Traditional views on motherhood and family life remain deeply held across the country. When presented with a statement, a man's job is to earn money, a woman's job is to look after home and family, 83% agreed while 8% disagreed. This created a net agreement score of plus 75, which is classified by SWS as extremely strong. Notice the agreement levels between sexes. Men registered a net score of plus 77, while women recorded plus 73. This is a shared cultural baseline across both sexes. The statement, being a housewife is just as fulfilling as working for pay, 81% agreed versus 11% who disagreed. The net score is plus 71. Interestingly, women recorded higher net agreement compared to men here, reaching a plus 74 among women and plus 67 among men. When asked if a job is all right, but what most women want is a home and children, 75% agreed while 14% disagreed, creating a net score of plus 60. Both men and women had identical net agreement scores of plus 60. Women shared sharper concern regarding the impacts of a full-time job on family life. Women agreed more strongly than men that a preschool child may suffer if a mother works, with a net score of plus 46 among women and plus 26 among men. Additionally, on the statement that family life suffers when a woman has a full-time job, the net agreement stayed moderately strong among women at plus 27, while dropping at plus 4 among men. The data proves that despite modern cultural shifts, all Filipinos across demographics still hold traditional views on motherhood and family life in high regard. Now, this is where the paradox emerges. How do we reconcile an 83% agreement rate on family traditional roles with a record low for total fertility rate of 1.7. Now, if you want a deep dive on the structural, medical, and demographic factors behind why Filipinos are having fewer children today, I urge you to watch my previous video right here where we broke down the PSA numbers in details. But analyzing this specific survey alongside a birth rate data reveals a clear picture. The drop in fertility is primarily driven by the economic standpoint of Filipinos, an unstable economic environment, rising living costs, and a general financial insecurity are primary reasons why couples choose to have fewer children or delay parenthood entirely. While modern feminist perspectives have reached our shores, our core values remain deeply family oriented. Filipinos are generally willing to step into motherhood and build a family if they know they have a partner who has a stable job, solid savings, and an emergency fund to rely on. And for many who do step into motherhood, financial reality is or means adaptiveness. Many Filipinos choose not to depend entirely on their partner's income. They choose to balance side hustles or home-based work while simultaneously managing the household and raising the kids. Not everyone interprets this SWS survey as a simple celebration of family traditional values. When these results were released, advocacy groups like Gabriela offered a starkly different take. They urged Filipinos to critically evaluate these numbers, arguing that high agreement scores don't reflect romantic ideal, but rather a backward mindset and a systemic social conditioning that locks Filipinas into unpaid domestic labor and financial dependency. Now, this raises an important cultural debate. Is staying at home a submission to outdated norms, or is it a valid choice for women? Let's be extremely clear here. Supporting women's rights and celebrating motherhood are not mutually exclusive. Filipinas have proven time and again that we can achieve greatness in the corporate world, in leadership, and in any professional field imaginable. But we have to ask ourselves, until when do we have to keep proving ourselves? And to whom are we proving ourselves? Who are we to tell any woman what she should be or shouldn't become? Who are we to dictate which path is worthy and which isn't? Can we not just simply celebrate everyone's choices and everyone's individual happiness? Not all Filipinos want to be in the corporate world, caught in the daily commute, in the hustle, in the chaos. There are many Filipinas who find profound joy and fulfillment in the quiet chaos of their homes, tending to the needs of their families. There are Filipinos who consciously choose to pause a promising career because they recognize a simple truth. A child is not a child forever. They won't cling to their mothers indefinitely. Career paths can be resumed, but those years or early years with a child cannot be replayed. Choosing to be a stay at home mother does not mean a woman is turning her back on gender equality or ignoring those hard won battles of those who fought for women's rights. It simply means she is exercising the very freedom those battles were meant to secure, a freedom of choice. Let's stop forcing every Filipina into a single rigid mold. whether a woman chooses a boardroom, a homemade business, or full-time homemaking, to each their own. True empowerment for me isn't about telling women what to choose. It's all about respecting whatever choice brings them peace and fulfillment. The SWS survey results released last March don't show a nation that's trapped in the past, nor do the falling birth rates show a nation that has lost its heart. For me, they show a nation or a resilient population trying to hold on to the strong family values while responsibly navigating an uncertain economic landscape. How do you view the results of the SWS survey? Do you think the modern society still respects the choice to be a full-time homemaker? I want to know your perspective, so make sure to leave some comments below. My name is Hart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.